How did one team manage to capture the hearts of millions, no matter where they live or what language they speak? From Lagos to London, from Delhi to Dubai, red and white runs deep. But what does it really mean to be an Arsenal fan across the globe? Let's find out. Arsenal is more than just a club. It's a heartbeat that echoes from the streets of Islington to every corner of the world. But what does this mean for someone like me who lives thousands of miles away from the Emirates Stadium? Let's take a deep dive into the global reach of Arsenal's fan support. So I've always asked myself this question: what makes Arsenal different? It's not just about the trophies, because yes, we have won some trophies. We've won the Premier League 13 times, we've won the FA Cup 14 times, we've won a couple of Carabao Cups, we've won the Cup Winners' Cup, we've won loads of Community Shields. We're still on the hunt for the big year trophy, the Champions League, but we're coming soon. However, it's not just about the trophies, it's about the values. Arsenal is a club that projects values. We have a certain style of play. The club radiates class. The connection to community. That's what draws people to us. That's what keeps them loyal for life. We have the Youth Academy that has brought up a couple of young lads from the Hill End. The current batch has the likes of Ethan Waneri, Miles Lewis Kelly, Josh Nichols, and the exciting Max Dowman. I actually spoke about them in the previous video I've done before. I'll share it with you after this video for you to just have a look at it. Then of course we have the women's team who are currently the champions of Europe. Our ladies were also exceptional in the recently concluded UEFA Women's European Championships. The likes of Beth Mead, Chloe Kelly, Ageman were very, very instrumental to England, and they went all the way to win it. Then of course we have the first team, led by Mikel Arteta. These are lads that we have followed faithfully from when he started this project in December 2019 to where we are right now. Arteta has revolutionized the way we play. He has changed the style. He has brought in the right level of depth and quality. And with better coming into the club to replace Edu, things have changed a lot. Arsenal's recruitment has been exemplary this summer, and Arsenal fans are happy everywhere. So let me tell you about my Arsenal story. I became an Arsenal fan in 1999. And like many Nigerians, I was drawn to the club because of Nwankwo Kanu. I fell in love with what we were doing in that club. Even though after Kanu left, my love for Thierry Henry kept me in the club. Arsene Wenger was a relatively unknown manager in 1996 when he joined the club from Nagoya Grampus in Japan. But his style was different from what was seen in England at that point in time. And within 2 years, Arsenal won the Premier League, the double actually. Then there was the rivalry with Manchester United. Wenger versus Ferguson was cinema, was pure drama. Before we go into the game, you know that it's going to be a big fight. You will see Vieira in this corner, you see Roy Keane on this other corner. And when they go into that pitch, man, it's war. It's like legit war. Arsenal versus Manchester United was basically the kind of game that will keep everywhere on standstill till the game is over. And I loved how strong both teams were. Manchester United was the team that actually made Arsenal not win the title several occasions. 99 was a very, very painful one. That year they won their treble at our expense. In the FA Cup semi-final, Ryan Giggs had that slalom run that he used, roof the ball under the Seaman's net, and that was just painful. But we continued to struggle with them until Mourinho came into the picture. But before Mourinho came into the picture in 2005, Arsenal became immortal. 2004 was an amazing year for Arsenal. Unfortunately, that has been our last Premier League title. But I think what hurt the most in 2004 was losing to Chelsea in the Champions League. That goal from Wembridge was like a dagger in my heart. The team that won the Champions League in 2004 was FC Porto, and they beat Monaco. Monaco was a team that had the likes of Patrice Evra, Maicon, Jerome Ruthen, But yeah, Ludovic Julie, Fernando Morientes. But Arsenal had the strongest team in the Champions League that season. The Chelsea that even beat Arsenal went ahead to lose to Monaco. And that was just annoying, you know. But that's just what it is. Arsenal was very strong. And we went into the next season with an unbeaten run intact until we went to Old Trafford. That game in Old Trafford was just painful. But that's why we lost our unbeaten record. We had gone 49 games unbeaten. And you know, as an Arsenal fan, we really loved what the team had done. We're very proud of that record. It was an amazing record that still stands till today. And you know, obviously it took a very, very long while for it to be beaten. But Mourinho came in 2005 with the big box from Abramovich. And of course, with the amount of money that was being pumped into Chelsea, the balance changed. They became more like the superpowers, challenged us obviously, and you know, we saw how that panned out. But every Arsenal fan like me will never forget the run of 2006. In the Champions League, we had FC Thun, Ajax, and Sparta Prague in the group stage. Well, something iconic happened in that group stage against Sparta Prague. That was when Thierry Henry broke Ian Wright's record. He scored his 179th goal for the club. And when he took his shirt over, he was the sound of Nike, he had just done it or something like that. That was just amazing. You know, Henry went on to score over 200 goals for us eventually. But when we finally went to the knockout round, we played against Real Madrid. Henry had an amazing run at the Bernabeu, and that was the only goal that was enough to actually win the game because in the second leg at the Emirates, it was a 0-0 draw. We went into the quarterfinals against Juventus. Fabregas came of age in that game, and that was actually a game that was interesting because I think Vieira was on the other side of the divide at that point. I think he had left us to Juventus, if I remember clearly. And Arsenal won that game. Then we went to the semi-finals against Villarreal. Of course, you can remember that penalty from Juan Román Riquelme that was saved by Jens Lehmann. And whoa, in the finals against Barcelona, that final was so sad. Like, sometimes I just wish the ref allowed Julius to go through and Lehmann to still remain on the pitch. Losing Lehmann that early was a bitter pill to swallow. Ammonia had not played much games for us. But even against the run of play, so Campbell, you know, fired that bullet header into the net, even with the red card. And what hurts the most was the fact that Thierry Henry missed so many good chances in that game to kill it off, even before Sol Campbell scored the goal. But obviously, there was the equalizer, and eventually Belletti scored that goal that broke Arsenal hearts. We actually loved what the team did. We even had Flamini playing at the left back. We used Senderos at some point. But I think what really broke my heart the most was when we had that red card, we had to sub Robert Pires. And that turned out to be his final match for the club. I think he went to Villarreal afterwards. Then there was 07-08 when we challenged for the Premier League title. We had Eduardo Silva that season. But what was important was our fantastic four. Flamini, Fabregas, Alexander Kleb, and Rosicky. Those guys dominated the Premier League all up until when we went into that game against Birmingham City, when Taylor smashed Eduardo's leg in half and our title challenge just derailed from Gala sitting on the pitch to how the team just capitulated. And of course, when Hargreaves played that free kick in Old Trafford, it was over. So there's just more heartbreak, more heartbreak, more heartbreak. Then you go all the way to 2010-2011 when we went to Old Trafford and lost 8-2. That was one of my worst experiences as an Arsenal fan. I didn't expect that to happen. And what happened afterwards? Arsene Wenger went on a truly dash, signed Benayoun, signed Mertesacker, signed Ateta, signed Andre Santos. And there's one that I think we signed like 4 or 5 players, like just for everyone. But it was unfortunate. That's not struggled that season, and it took a long while because while all this was happening, there was a trophy drought. Our last trophy was actually the FA Cup final in 2005 when Patrick Vieira played that penalty against Roy Carroll to win Manchester United. And as we went into the Emirates Stadium, we were challenged financially. We started losing most of our big players. But we had to wait all the way till 2014 against Hull City to win our last trophy in 9 years. And what makes that thing funny was the fact that Hull City scored us 2 goals first. I think Kweshini scored. The Man City equalized and made it 2-1. No, I think Hull City scored 2 goals first, if I recall. Then Cristiani, then Cazorla scored that amazing free kick. Then Ramsey, God bless his soul, scored that awesome goal that won us now our trophy for the first time in 9 years. And you could see the trophy parade at the Emirates. In London. I think it was like 250,000 fans or some crazy amount like that. You could see how it meant to us. So towards the tail end of Wenger's career with the club, he started losing it, in all honesty. And there was a time when top four was our trophy. It now got so bad that we were struggling to even break into the top four. I think we were fifth or sixth or some crazy, and in 2017. And Wenger left after 22 years with the club. And of course, a new era came with Unai Emery, and we struggled under Emery. He came in with some pedigree, Europa League winner from Sevilla, blah, blah, blah. But our football under Emery was poor. The folks we even played with were even more horrible. We had the likes of Benduzi, who was a youngster still trying to fledge his stuff. We had the Malian struggling with injuries, such as Socrates and Mustafi. Man, the squad was horrible. I mean, yes, the only quality we had was Aubameyang in attack, but the rest of the squad struggled. Like, eventually, Unai Emery was sacked, and I think I came into the club in December 2019. And since then, I've been like that fanboy. He has had his struggles, he has had his hard times with the club, but I think that has taken us to a new level. When he joined the club, he finished in 8th, because Emery was 12th when he took over. In his first full season, he also finished in 8th. We didn't go to Europe that season, we struggled. The next season, 2011, 2021, 2022, he finished in 5th. That's why we just missed out on Champions League football to Tottenham. 2023, we almost won the league. We are ahead for 248 days, but we came second. 23-24, we came second again, and of course, we always remember that game against Aston Villa, where we lost at home to Emery, and Man City usurped us and won the title. Then, of course, last season, where it was a mess, we had too many injuries and the squad struggled. So, as an Arsenal fan, I've really loved every moment supporting this club. This club means so much to me. Even before I joined YouTube, I used to write about Arsenal for many years. I've been writing about Arsenal for more than 15 years. That's how much I love this club. I've missed many events, many occasions just to watch Arsenal games. Even when the club is having tours in US and the matches are as early as 3:30 a.m., I watch those games. That is how dedicated to Arsenal that I am. And I'm proud of the fact that I've been an Arsenal fan for so long, and I'll continue to do so. But what can I say about the online community? So obviously there's YouTube, there's Twitter, there are watch-alongs. The digital space is always alive, it's always passionate. But I think it's just an opportunity for me to give a shout out to some channels that I actually draw my inspiration from. My number one inspiration is Charles Watts, Inside Arsenal. He's someone that I've been watching for so many years, and I'm finally happy to mention him in a post today because he actually inspired me to do what I'm doing right now. Charles Watts is an amazing journalist. He has been doing this for many years. He's very credible. Sometimes his word is like gospel, but I really love what he has been doing. He recently moved out of where he was staying to a new place, and you can see how he still put the fans first. He still put his followers first to make them understand how things are going on with him while he's working in the Arsenal space. And that Arsenal channel I really love is the Gooner Talk TV, and that's Tom Canton. He's so calm. Like, I wish I could be as calm as him when he speaks. I love his cold opens. I think he just started doing it recently though. But then of course, there's still so much more. There's True Gooner. That's Josh, an amazing upcoming Arsenal channel that I've actually been following, and I've had the opportunity to also, do a podcast with him. And trust me, if you go to my YouTube timeline, there's so many. There's the Latte Femme, FK, awesome, always having a couple of folks that he features. Then there's one Arsenal channel that I kind of love so much. It's one of the calmest Arsenal YouTubers I know, the Different Knock. His videos are amazing. So that's just, I think the Arsenal online community is so much. There are so many guys that are out there strutting their stuff, showing what it means to to represent this club at their own level. And I'm proud of what they do. I'm striving to also be like, at that level and still growing in my YouTube journey. But as long as it's Arsenal, I'm going to continue doing this. I love this club. It's all about Arsenal. So what does it mean to be a Gooner like me, based in Lagos, Nigeria? It's not about the location. It's about loyalty. It's about loyalty to this. It's about loyalty to this. It's about passion. It's about belief. It's about the love for a club that gives us joy and heartbreak in equal measure. So wherever you're watching, you are Arsenal. Drop your country, drop your story in the comments, and let's celebrate this global family together. If you love today's video, please leave a like and also subscribe to keep following me for more Arsenal content. Till then, come on, you Gunners.